The following is a special presentation of the Decibel Geek Podcast.
So my name is Shawn Irwin from Decibel Geek and Mikael.
Svensson.
I'm from Toronto, Canada. He's from Sweden, of course. So
Poland.
yeah, here with Erik of Eclipse and Ammuntion and a few other bands. So first of all, I want to ask you, you've toured all over Europe, Japan, Australia recently, and now you're back in North America. How was the experience the first time coming to North America?
It was great.
It was great?
It was coming over here and have a guitar on my back, getting a paid flight here. It was just amazing. It was a dream come true.
Was that your first time coming to North America?
It was. This is the second time, so I haven't been here in 3 years.
Yeah, great. Anything you've done since you've been here this time? Besides just coming here, did you tour around at all?
In North America?
Yes.
No, not at all.
No, just straight here.
We are actually recording a new album right now.
Are you?
A brand new Eclipse album. So, and a new Ammuntion album as well. So, I'm pretty busy. I gotta go home as fast as possible to start recording.
Get right to recording.
It's panic, I tell you. Yeah. I have a deadline.
I was going to ask you, after Rock and Skull, is there any plans of any more shows or anything?
We have one final show in Germany. We're headlining a festival in Germany.
Right.
Called Heat Festival. And, that's the final show of the Armageddon Nice album. That's it. Then it's time for, we've been doing shitloads of shows.
That was a big question. You talked about a new album, but it's been 15 years since your first album, The Truth. Truth and a Little More was released. In 2015, you released your fifth album, Animalize. How were sales on that album?
On the first one?
No, the new one.
The latest one?
Armageddon, yeah.
I don't know exactly the figures, but it's been great, and the record companies
that's
really
good.
good, and we're gonna make a big plan to try to take the next step for the next album.
And that was the next question.
But the thing is, the first two albums, we don't consider them Eclipse albums. You can more see it like official demos of very young men. It's just a name that's the same. It's not, there's nothing in common with the band today. And we consider the third album, By Red Rock from 2008.
Right.
We consider that the first album. That's why you can't buy the first two albums. You can listen to them anyway.
So there is no plans to reissue them?
No, we're not reissue them. I have a lot of people asking about it all the time, but we're not interested.
You're not interested, okay.
I don't want people to, I've heard about Eclipse, and then they go and listen to the first album, which is a shit album. Why? And they were like, this is just nonsense. What are people talking about?
So that's why you never play any songs live?
No, we don't consider them. I don't know, it's just like, I was very young when I did it. The name is the only thing I know.
So you think, sound-wise it might be worse, but also songwriting-wise, it's not as good as...
They have the moments, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't have a producer, I mixed it myself, and I've never seen a mixing this before. So you can just figure out how it sounds.
Okay.
We didn't know how to arrange songs. We didn't know anything. I'm a kid from a small town. We got a record company contract, and we did our best.
Okay.
It was all new, and it was
all new, and it was exciting, and I learned a lot. I think that is one of the reasons I'm full-time working musician now. I produce and mix a lot of bands.
Is that the case with this sort of second album also? It's also...
Yeah, sure. I mixed it in my apartment.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Old computer.
Yeah.
So, any big plans you want to share with your new album that you've already started recording on the new Eclipse album?
We started recording. I think I did 6 songs vocals, but we still have. I only recorded prop vocals over demos, so we're gonna replace everything as it goes. We wrote the whole album in just over a month.
Wow.
So it's just. Panic operation, but I think sometimes when you shoot from the hip, it can really turn out good. It can turn out bad as well, but when you're under the gun, I think you gotta do your best to make it happen.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about how songwriting goes on in Eclipse? Is it you and your guitar, and do you write to someone together with Magnus, or how does it work?
I sometimes I write for myself. Usually Magnus and me we write together. Sometimes I invite a few friends that I'm comfortable writing with, and we do it together. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to have people from outside to come in with some fresh ideas, because I'm really tired of hearing myself all the time. Okay. So I think anyway, we start out with the guitar. We put on plug in the guitar and play something. Just try to make something up. Find some cool riff and this sounds cool, and then we try to make some melodies over it and just.
Any plans? Maybe it's a little too soon now. As a collector of music and a collector of CDs, we always look for the deluxe versions, bonus tracks, things like that. If you've written a lot of songs, are you looking to add that to a different collection of the new CD?
I'm not sure. We written quite a few songs, but we rarely complete songs that we don't like. If we don't like them 100% with us, why bother putting down energy? And I can understand so many bands, they record so many bad songs. So how can they record 30 songs for an album? Yeah. If they should have been able to hear which songs were good and which songs were not good.
With Animalize, you re-released it with some bonus tracks and live music as well.
Yeah.
How was that in sales compared to the first one, or is it all basically together?
I'm not sure. It didn't sell as much as the first one, of course.
Yeah, so the second one's done really well. What? The second copy of Animalize is done well?
It's been doing really good. I think it's been good. But the first one, the original, is when people buy it. Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't buy it the second time.
No.
But the sales been good anyway.
Yeah, good.
So it's all good.
You've worked with
record sales are not what they used to be.
No, it's not. Not with the internet. So.
I think in Sweden, digital is over 90% of all music consumption. Because no one buys. People laugh at CDs. That no one buys CDs. But it's just record collectors. People are really, really interested in bands in music. Ordinary people, they do not buy CDs. No, it will not happen.
Oh, it's too bad. It's too bad. Nice to have the bonus material.
I think there's one or two record shops in all Sweden, and it's Stockholm, I think, where you can buy new albums, almost like.
And you get a new drummer on board, Philip.
Yeah.
And how did you meet him, and how did he become part of the Eclipse family?
Our drummer Robban, he decided to join a band called Mustache. It's a big Swedish band. Not so big outside of Sweden, but they're huge in Sweden. And he got a family, and he needed the money, so he had to choose the band that made more.
That worked best,
yeah. So that's the truth about it. And Philip, we found him while a drummer, our bass player, Magnus, that he had been checking him out in Philip's old band, and he made a mind note. This guy is something special. Yeah. So then we need a drummer. He was there. Yeah. He was the only one who auditioned. Okay. And
you've worked with many artists. Will there be any guests on the new album?
No,
just straight Eclipse then.
We don't do guests with the Eclipse. Not in that sense. I think too many, especially melodic rock bands, they have too many guests all over the place. I think it's annoying. Yeah. I think we want to stand on our own feet and make it happen. If people gonna like and buy the album, they should buy it because of the music. And not because of the guest song. I think that's important for us.
Makes sense. For the fans getting to see Eclipse for the first time this week, like myself, what are we in for?
A treat.
That's good.
No, I think it's gonna be a great show.
You played Sweden Rock Festival this year, which I ended up missing due to a flight delay. How was your experience playing that festival?
It was great. It was shitloads of people there. Yeah. We was like, you never know. Even if it's a big festival, you don't know if there's going to be a lot of people or not.
Right.
So like, if it's going to be like 250 people there, it's going to be fucking embarrassing. And it ended up really well. And I didn't even watch. I didn't see anything. I was backstage, and the Swedish guy introduced the band, and the audience went up. It was like 10,000 people there. It was packed. And the people working there, we haven't seen so many people in years at this stage.
Was that your first time with Sweden Rock
Festival?
Yeah,
first time. For us was
spectacular.
Truly enjoying it. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You've worked with a few bands in the past. Ammuntion, of course. Jeff Scott Soto in Wet, and then most recently Nordic Union, which is one of my favorite releases of 2016.
Oh, thanks.
Any other plans working with Ronnie Atkins?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, we already talked about it. It's really up for doing another album, and me too, and we're also discussing doing live shows as well.
Doing some live shows with
a
Nordic
lot of these projects, they never make it out live. But we prove people wrong with Wet and hopefully with Nordic Union as well.
Yeah.
I would love to play more with Wet than we've been doing, but it's hard with everyone's schedule, and everyone's got to focus on their main thing. You can't do everything, especially live. You can't do anything at once.
Will we hear more from Wet with yourself in the future?
I guess you will.
You also entered the Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah.
This year. How did you experience that?
It was great.
It was great. Yeah.
It was fun. They asked us to be. It's a Swedish TV show.
Yeah.
It's a really it's a competition in music, and you can't do that. But it's over 3 million viewers, and in Sweden that's the biggest show the whole year.
And this is on television?
Yeah, it's live TV, and you play your song live on TV, and it's like competition, and it is like everyone uses it to show up, just for it's the best promotion you can have. And they asked us, do you want to be in it? And we're like, why not? Why not play? You always complain about there's no hard rock on TV.
Yeah.
And when you get a chance to play hard rock for 3 minutes live on TV, why not?
And it's every style of music that's on the competition?
Yeah. People think it's a sell out to do it. I think it's the opposite, more hard rock bands should be in it.
Have you experienced you got more recognition or more after you did that show, or
Not really.
not really? No.
I guess people who loves hard rock and loves the stuff we do, but didn't know of us either before.
Yeah.
They found out, but like mainstream pop music kids, they don't care about us. And they will never will. It doesn't matter which song we have. So, but the people who care, they took a notice, and we found them, and that's the only thing that matters.
It's a way to promote yourself.
Yeah, we will never be mainstream. We will never be played on radio. So it's.
I'm always curious on. We all love music. We've all been to many concerts. What was your first concert you've ever been to?
Chuck Berry, 1989.
Chuck Berry.
Yeah, it was my idol.
Wow.
I love Chuck Berry.
Is there anybody that you wish you could have seen but now passed on, or maybe someone you'd really like to see that's still around?
There must be how many? A lot of them.
Many.
I can't figure out one right now.
Yeah. Well,
no, I can't really tell.
No.
But
there's too many bands.
There's so many I would love to see. But I guess you have to do a time machine to see a lot of the bands.
A lot of different ones.
Yeah, you said you're on the schedule. When can we expect the new Eclipse?
It's going to be late February or March.
March, okay.
It kind of depends. The bass player is going to have a new baby, so we tried to postpone it as long as we can. There will be a tour, a European tour, 3 weeks in April and May.
Okay, nice.
So that is already being scheduled. So.
I don't have any more questions. Thank you.
Always curious on a fun question. Any embarrassing moment on stage that you care to share?
Well, I once fell. Someone spilled a drink on stage, and I fell. And I tripped over. I played bass back on that guy. I played bass and vocals. And I fell over the monitor with the bass here, and I broke my ribs. But I did the whole concert.
And you kept it going.
Yeah, but we had quite some alcohol afterwards.
Yeah.
And I really felt this is something different.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sleep a single minute that night because I was hurting. So every time I moved, it was like, And I did a gig day after as well. Then I had to pack myself with painkillers and alcohol just to get through it. And then we checked it out, and I broken several ribs.
Great.
Couldn't breathe for 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What music does, you just keep on going.
You always have to do it,
Yeah,
you know.
So,
You don't cancel a gig.
anything else you wanted to share about the new album, or anything else to your fans?
To the fans, you know, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for listening and thank you for caring and supporting this small scene that's still alive. And it's not the biggest music style, but it's, as a musician, it's the most rewarding thing. People who listen to this are absolutely fantastic.
Great. Well, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule, and look forward to seeing you on stage soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great. There you are.
Cheers.
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 Sure. Cheers, my friend. Thank you.